Hello, Mid-Michigan, and welcome to high school baseball on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Oh, see, we got for you the Shepherd Blue Jays and the Clare Pioneers. This game will go a long way in deciding who will take home that Jack Pine Conference crown in baseball. And what we've got on the mound for Shepherd and Parker Smith. We'll go through the. We're going to take a quick break with more Woods Household pregame show. We'll talk about seat in the house sold, and also come to you from the fields built by Conwin Street. Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game all day long. What a day it is. We've got in front of me, softball behind me. We'll keep you up to date on both of them, but oh, what a matchup it's going to be. Clare versus Shepherd on the diamond. Back with more right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
For over 4 decades, ENS Graphics has delivered confidence, trust, and peace of mind by providing their customers with expert service and using state-of-the-art technology. We all know in sports, what's on the inside counts the most. But when it comes to your business, school, organization, what's on the outside does matter. If your business needs anything printed, ENS Graphics can do it. If you want your club, team, organization to look good, ENS can help with that. They take your vision and make it their mission. ENS Graphics, a proud supporter of the Mid-Michigan community and their local athletes. Visit ENS Graphics at their location down in Ithaca or visit their website at esgraphics.com. ENS Graphics, printing all things physical.
Hey guys, it's Tanya from Clark Modular Homes. I'm here to talk to you today about who we are and what we do. Clark's opened in 1983 and has been centrally located right here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We have one of the largest display centers with around 12 to 15 homes on display all year round. We have a fully experienced staff. We also have an in-house project manager who can pull our permits and coordinate our job from start to finish. We are proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We're our own contractor, making it a one-stop shop for you for your home building needs. As the owner, we do it all.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Network.
The mid, the Clare is a ready to. We'll start to bat for the team hitting lead. Ryan Loud, Clare, Barry, that went really to the champion. Plant short hit, and the number 3, Jaden Arthur, and in the cleanup spot will be Chase Randall, Blake Sion, who'll be playing out in base. He is in on the mound. He's and batting ninth. Porter Hart is kind of there for years. And slide over to the starting lineup for Coach. Leading off, playing Fisher. Into 2-hole, be easy. And hitting in the number. And King will be behind the plate. He'll be up as well. 5 spot. Smith, he'll be playing at first base. Hitting Yuncker will be the designated hitter. Playing second is Michael Pung. Yuncker, Kaden on left. Robinson will be out in center field. Bad to Porter Harsh. He's much like a leadoff hitter out. Got Robinson at the bottom of your lineup. It is just an absolute luxury. On our Woods household during the middle of the national high school baseball
banking experience. Understand the importance of personalized service, providing solutions that fit your unique needs. We bank with us. Together, we can drive positive change, build stronger communities. Banking redefined. Make the switch today and experience banking that goes beyond. Isabella Bank. Local. Growing. Staying. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Bryant Family Farms would like to wish everyone good luck on the field and on the court. Bryant Family Farms offers maple syrup, mums, pumpkins, beef, goats, and fresh cut flowers. With you pick, bouquet arrangements, and subscription flowers. Bryant Family Farms, 3.5 miles south of the casino on South Leeton Road. Visit BryantFF.com or call 989-304-1201. All Seasons Fireworks is a big fan of all the athletes, coaches, officials, and volunteers who make high school sports happen. To make your next event bigger and brighter, stop by All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. Graduations, birthdays, weddings, or a big win become more memorable underneath a night sky lit up by the magic of fireworks. All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Here we go. Sam King is on the mound for the Blue Jays. Taking a couple swings before he out there taking some more. Alexander. Or maybe we got a switch up with Alexander. Maybe pull the guy from Coach here. Have Alexander second. Yep, there's Alexander there, the other white helmet. Allowed a few more warm. Sam King, the mound for the Blue Jays, looking to have a great performance today. I believe it was Clare winning the Jack Pine Conference last year in baseball, but it's a different look this year. Adding in Standish Sterling to baseball. Ogama Heights ranked MHSA. Has always got a good baseball program. And Shepherd was supposed to play yesterday. Fortunately, it didn't happen. Short time I know of a varsity game because of an official shortage. Somebody out there that likes the game, likes to be involved in high school officiating because we or officials. Shepherd is able to maybe a pitcher or two today to go look at the. It's not really good because at some games, here we go right on the Mid Sports Network. Stepping into the batter's box, hitting side is going to be again the lefty. Baseball extra tricky with those. You just don't see it very often. Line up. Going back to foot. I think they got any lefties out there. See it. It's a lot hard to deal with. King them out behind the plate. Sends the game ball out to Sam. Big lefty stepping in. Dane Alexander plays center for the Pioneers in the leadoff. Kind of white gray helmet, green, the white with the blue cap. Chest. Clare's got across there for a strike to Alexander. Location from Sam King on the first ball game. Next one's going to be line towards third. Picked up clean over to first base. Trying to scoop at his pain. It's going to get nice cover. Allow Alexander to move. Van Alstyne. He got it in the dirt. Payne was not able to get out. And that's one of those that's ruled an error box score. I will not rule it an error because there's no way that I'm ever making that type of play. Here comes Ryan Louch, the runner on first base. Alexander, definitely a threat to steal over there from first, but you do got the lefty, Sam King. That's another thing when you got those runners on first base. Just a much quicker move for the lefties over at first. First one's just going to miss to Ryan Louch, low and inside. Didn't broadcast the game, but I did see the Pioneers beat Ithaca earlier this year 1-0. It was the bottom of the 7th inning. Arthur was up to bat with Porter Harsh, I believe it was, on second base. They walked him to bring up Jaden Arthur, and he was able to drive in the game-winning run. Throw over to first base, back in time is Alexander. 1-0 the count. King checks first. Checks again. Now he's ready to deal to Van Alstyne. Now we got Louch taking some time at the plate. Softball still getting ready to get started right behind me again. We'll keep you updated on that one. Clare, one of the top-ranked teams in Division III. Shepherd probably right around the honorable mention in Division II. They've got 3 losses on the year, but to the top-ranked teams in D4 with with Sacred Heart Academy and Beale City. That one's also going to miss for King. 2-0 now, the count to the All-Sports star. Louch, base times football player of the year. From all the way to Clare, if it happens, something pretty. He was at football season, great during the basketball. I think if you asked him his number 4, he'd probably say it was base. He's ready for the 2-0 now from King. So check the runner again. Back easy is Alexander. That one's going to miss outside. Now 3-0 the count to Ryan Louch. Love going out to J&J Auto, Pleasant Heating and AC, Konwinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, ENS Graphics, and our friends at Mount hiring bus drivers that need subs and para right now. Go to schools with Pleasant Schools with an net. Going to get communication there from King in particular with a 3-0 pitch. Louch looked like he was taken all the way. Probably wanted that call, moved down to first base, but King's going to get another opportunity here. Now trailing the count 3-1 with the dangerous Louch plate. That one's going to miss, going to get away from the catcher, and I believe that will be ball 4. And they're now going to say it's a full count. Oh, they're going to call that a foul. All right, so 3-2 is now the count. Nice job by King battling back here. Now, if you're Louch, you probably definitely want that first strike back. Check over to first base. Alexander diving back, getting that jersey dirty here. Top of the first inning. We're scoreless. Blue Jays, Pioneers. And we're early in the season, but this game will go a long way in deciding who wins that Jack Pine Conference crown. Here comes the hit. It's going to be hit towards third base. It'll get by Van Alstyne into the outfield. Nice piece of hitting there from Ryan Louch. He also runs the count full to use up a lot of pitches from Sam King on the mound. Now here comes Jaden Arthur. Dangerous spot here with the number 3 hitter up and 2 runners on for Mr. Arthur. Tucker Van Alstyne out to the mound. Quick check with Sam King. Big lead at second base. Just daring him to throw. Location from King. It's just a miss low. 1-0 the count. Still no for the first inning. There's a board for the Pioneers. Checks the runner at second. Checks again. Fisher dancing back and forth. This one's launched towards right center field. Trying to play out there. Smith. What a kick from Smith. Tagging from second to third on some nice base running is Dane Alexander. What a Smith. Ranging out towards 350. In. That is a play. Fabrication of the definitely would have scored 2 Pioneers. Randall, runners on the high fly ball here will bring for Coach Gould, your power hit. off on set. Don't got to hit a home. That's a big and very deep to the foul poles. 355 out to left and right center and 385 to center field. I know the count. Back in. King checks that run base. Decent lead over for Louch. Now he's going to go. Throw's going to be in the dirt. Nice job by Van All in front of him. But with the stolen base is Ryan Louch. So now runners on second and third for the Pioneers. Louch going to take off a little bit of that gear as he's not going to need to take another bag with that runner at third. I don't know when the big sliding glove started out there, but a lot of the kids wearing it now, trying to take second base. 2-0 out of the cleanup hitter, Chase Randall. The first inning, runners way over towards the softball between the power hitting first base today. Pioneer could see on the mound used up all of his pitch yesterday versus Gladwin. And from the batter's box, nice bend for a strike for count. A punch out here would be huge. And King. Again. From Van Alstyne. Doesn't have to work second and third. The plate. So he'll make a big time out there. You look how this game, first two runners reach. They're still at third. Ryan still at out right field. Did a lot. Alexander, and then on that at bat was also allowed to pop out to first base. Randall with runners at second and third. Big in play. First one count. Out to our friends. The Bear Funeral. A Boomer's Long Green Place along center. King's going to step off here for the 1-0. Kind of regather himself. Lefty ready on the mound. Winds and deep. Low in the strike zone. Out the count. Cyan, the right field spot. Alexander still. Louch still. Be a big time for the out of this inning without giving. Comes the 1-1. Gonna be 5. Shepherd Blue Jays. It's Tristan Van Alstyne and King. Hitting in the cleanups. Will be ready to reach his base. 1-2 out for the first inning. Bender doesn't bend over the zone. 2-2. Coach 9. King winds and deals with the 2-2. That one's going to be fouled back. Cyan will do it again. So lots of other teams. Director Rod Wiles ball championship game out in Clare. I am there. Sign all this one back off. Claire's doing in this first, taking Sam out there, and I'll bring it up with the left out of the game. As I say that, still runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Big strike out there from Sam King. So 2 on, 2 hit. Error or 2 out there, but you know you're to rule it an error unless I can make Do it for Van Alstyne and King. Back with more high school baseball right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Your yard in summer with Martinez Lawn Care. Lawn Care spring cleanups now, along with tree trimming, landscaping needs, and scheduled mowing. Find Martinez book or call them at 931. Which Financial knows it can be incredibly overwhelming to navigate the world of financial planning. With trusted guidance and easy-to-understand advice, you can feel comfortable in your financial future with Weefridge Financial. Weefridge Financial assists people in all stages of life with a specialization in retirement and investment planning. Experience the power of working with an advisor dedicated to your success. Visit WeefridgeFinancial.com. Visit them in downtown Mount Pleasant. Call or text 989-953-7888. Weefridge Financial, member SIPC. Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Great start to the inning for Clare. Alexander and Louch both reach, but then 3 go down for the Pioneers. 2 runners left on base. And a big out to end the inning. I have an opportunity now to do something at the 3 spot for the Blue. But first, Fisher playing shortstop. Chase behind him, Van Alstyne and King. Friends, your Clare headquarters for Britches, Shea Sporting Goods, Gross Electric, Bogwai Bang Gun Bradley, WW Construction, the Fisher Companies, along with Kenneth Egger, DDS. And you know we're Barry Law Studios, built by Construction. Those who tuned in to the Woods household. Updates from Clark Mountain Homes from the softball. Scoreless there. Top of the first inning. Clare at comes Fisher. Side. As well. Right up the first pitch he saw right there from Smith. Absolutely teed up on that one. Ouch or harsh stop or now here comes Easton sophomore. A couple years ago, games for these Blue Jays, they were making it to the a story about me to go through that whole, but Easton was the one guy over there. Little a lot of times the Little League goes home via the park stop. Van Alstyne's got ranked side. That one's gonna miss. 2-0 count to Van Alstyne. On the that update brought to you by Clark Module Homes. 1-0. Clare's ahead in softball. We're still first inning. Run off Fisher. That one's also 3-0 now the count. And King out. Tucker Van Alstyne. In there for a Van Alstyne down to first or third base for the Signs. Back over to first, back as Fisher. Fisher, the runner. Van Alstyne will take his base and move it up to second base. To the start we for the Pioneers, getting the first base. Fisher the walk. Paris half of the first. An opportunity for the Blue Jays. Sam King just left, batting from the right side. That one's going to be 1-0 the count. Tucker Van Alstyne behind him. Did split yet. Maybe not as many. Smith definitely out there on a mound for the big Jack Pine with the Shepherd Blue Jays. Also going to miss. So heading to the softball now. Clare lead. Ball field. We are still on for the Blue Jays. Sam King, who's on the Jays. That one's going to get the outside. 2-1 now, the count to King. Van Alstyne behind him, Bryce. Play out in right field. Top half of that. Smith deals. 3-1. And if you're talking, absolutely loaded, and nobody. Send one deep to the out. Comes. Great location. He's going to get the outside corner this time. Steps back in. Second. That's going to miss out. Walk. Back in the count. Loaded full of. Tucker Van on deck. I'm going to have a meeting on the mound here with Coach Goop. Available to throw. Arms on. Would be Chase. My opinion, haven't seen it. Sure, actually, Louch position out. Arthur's behind this guy you want to bring in. And Smith for maybe some kind of trick. Clemson highlights at least. The at the position you dream. Smith. He's going to miss out. Call on the count. Location there from Smith. Not Tristan Fisher. This is low. Score. It's going to be a close run. The runners move up to pitch. Squirts away from the catcher. It's running and nice coaching. I'm going to Tucker Van Alstyne. He's a catcher. He knows Arthur to go easy when you're Arthur. To make those catcher's mask on. That baseball is. One is across for Shepherd. 1-0 the score. Stepping back in his runners at second and third. That's going to miss outside. 2-1 the count to Van Alstyne. Fisher started with a single. Then it was 2-1 to Van Alstyne and King. That just got away from the catcher and score. 1-1 to count. 1-0 the score. The Blue Jays. This one's going to be popped out of play down the first line. Now the count. Nobody out. Blue. They lead at 1. Got 6, 7, 8 years in the top of the second. Tucker Van. The pitcher now goes with the bat. Center field, not an easy. looking to tag from will be Easton. Third, it's a close play. Around a RBI from Tucker Stein. Smith now base. He had sacrifice. The infield has a chance to score. Of the first inning. 2 runs across. Big swing on that first pitch. 0-1 the count. Smith hard on that one. We talked about Easton is also hard any part of the will be gathering underneath it to make the play. Base back down quick. Sure, Sam over there on. Here comes Braddock Pace for the Blue. So just one hit here, but Blue Jays, that's what you like to do. You get a couple, able to manufacture stuff. It's low one paint. Braddock Paint for the Blue Jays. Football, the diamond, he is going. Payne batting ready for the 1-0. This one chopping towards second base. Not an easy play out there. It cleanly by Porter Harsh. And so that will be first inning, but the Blue Jays do get runs across. We're headed to the top of the second. Yuncker, it's Matt Smith, a due up for the Pioneers. It's the 0 back with more on the Mid Sports Network. Well, here in just a second, I should say, we'll be back with more right after this. Thanks so much for tuning into high school baseball on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
When your team or business needs to look good, left hanging. Call or stop Hanging by a Thread in Wademan, the official embroiders for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Hanging by a Thread, a proud supporter of local schools.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, supporters of high school student athletes.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Sam King back out there, was able to strand 2 in that first inning. The Blue Jays were able to put 2 on just 1 hit. They did leave 1 runner. Go top of the second inning. It's Yuncker and it's Smith due up for the Pioneers. Coming to you live from the Barbary Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. More love going out to our friends at Woods Household, Weefrich Financial, Clark Modular Homes, The Bird, All-American Grill, Bill's Custom Fab, Gates Drilling and Service, and Barbary Law. Yuncker, the left fielder, digging in versus the lefty King. Just barely moves out of the way of that one. 1-0 the counts. King was just a bit inside on that one. Feeling for Sam King here for the top of the second inning. It's 2 runs. It makes you feel different. Last year was didn't have the greatest record. A very young Blue Jay team. There's out to center field. Nice play out field from Brady. Balls that wins. Ball back on the mound. Now Mass moves out of the way of that just a bit. It's in 1-0 the count. everybody out there right on top. Makes you think side and control. It's over for a strike, 1-1. You stand up there, they're throwing that at you. Up, not an easy play. Try and make it coming in. Almost goes over the catch in foul. Big play, Sam King. His pitching counterpart, Parker Smith. Behind him, then back. Ready? Deals. First pitch of the at-bat. Nice location. Oh, over the right to Smith. King got the first sign from Van Alstyne. 1-1. Big from Parker Smith. Parker Smith that's at the plate. I pull out my Clare roster here. Hitting is Lincoln Alder. And he's going to go down on strikes. A 1, 2, 3 inning for the Blue Jays. That's what you want to see if you are Coach Mitch Weiss. Quickly they go down 1, 2, 3, and we will keep the broad right here as we were just at a commercial moments ago. Due up for the Blue Jays, we'll say brought to you by our friends at Clark Modular Homes as well. It is going to be Kaden Yuncker DHing, Kaden Brown playing out in left field, and Brady Robinson playing out in center field. Again, Robinson's not your typical number 9 hitter. Just going to consider leadoff hitter. Think about fabrication game so far. It's from Bryce Smith out and an off-ball field. It looks like 2 runs are in for the Lady Players. They lead at 3 over on the. Our score here 2-0. Elder coming into the well. So Parker Smith, almost game changer. Trying to get to the ball field, make sure numbers correct. And left field. So Yuncker things over there. That to go again. He's DHing him, Kaden, and Brady Robinson. 2, just like the Blue Jays had moments ago. Now, saying yesterday, our city play lack of umpire, lack of a. The MHSAA needs more. If you want to stay involved in the game, if you want the best seat, it's brought to you by Appliance at Clare. Go to the MHSAA.com and click on the Be the Referee tab. Alder out. Base is on a second base. Gets away. Here. So good. Only one hit there. Well, the Manny runs. One wild pitch. Kristen Fisher to come in. Then it was a sacrifice RBI. Alstein to bring in his younger brother Easton. 2-0 score here. Hit hard. Great play over there from Matt to Randall for the out. Big time play over there at third from Mast. More cheers from the softball field. Pioneers have put up a number, and they now lead Shepherd 4-1. Back to the diamond. Stepping in down, left fielder. I could see game number 2. That one's going to be fouled off. Brown is Brady Robinson. At number 9 very quickly, as he's not your typical hitter. That's going to make one. Hop down the first baseline. Randall giving the play. Foul territory. To the count. And getting some help from Sarah Louch out there. Lincoln Old at the plate. Older up. Fly ball now towards first. Take this play over. So pop to first. Round out to the inning here. For Old on the mound. Robinson. 9 hitter. You got to be older. 1, 2, 3. Jays. 1, 2, 3 here from Robinson. He's going and foul off his foot. Little dance. He's going to come in, double check with. He is good to go. So after that, jumping up and down, screaming in pain. Robinson, a lot tougher than I am. Another thing you got to think out there, he's got to make sure that thing out. And Arthur to head out to have a little with Robinson is one of those athletes, though. I can see him hurting himself a bit and then making a big play here. Shakes it off. Nice. It's going to get over the strike zone for Old right there. The count. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Job staying alive by Robinson. All this one on the first baseline. Towards the Robinson steps back in, another 0-2. Towards short. Louch has got to make that throw quickly. Robinson's got speed. Make it in time. And so 1, 2, 3 in the second. Both teams, some great defense from both. To the third inning is Alexander and Ryan. Here's school baseball right on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Bachelor Homes are a one-stop shop from the buy, the build, and beyond with their fantastic department. Stop to see their selection and purchase today on Pick Road, or visit them online at modularhomesbyclark.com. Clark Modular Homes, supporting Mid-Michigan youth in and out of the classroom.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in Mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Michigan Porter Hart stepping up, just like I said with Robinson moments ago. He's essentially an off hitter, not your typical 9 hitter that you're going to find around the baseball. King with a great one. In the third. Harsh. That game-winning run. I saw the Pioneers beat Ithaca this year. They beat up on them pretty good in the second game. Nice pitching performance from the Jackets. Kind of held them down in game one. That's just that 1-0 score. Comes the 1-1. Big swing and a miss that time. Or that time, King kind of pulling the string out here. King winds, deals. That's just going to miss. 2-2 the count. That was Chase Randall up maybe in the strike zone. Bit more about my size, Randall. Bit more about the Bubba McLean if you've listened to me here often. 2 out here. Nobody out. Top of the thing. Back-to-back K. King. 2-0 the score. The order. Dane Alexander. Ruled as a single. Probably ruled as an error in a box score. I'll make the joke off. I guess not a joke. I'm not going to with an error. Big. Going to miss from Alexander. To really have that now. Swings and misses. That one's going to Alexander. For the Pioneers. And go back to the Alexander. Both Arthur had a blow. It was an amazing field. This one's going to hit. Not hitting right there is without a doubt as a base and shortstop. Away then make a play on. Run around first base again. And the count, he singled. Second base ran in the top of the first inning. Top of the Shepherd 2, Clare 0 here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network in our Barberry Law Studios. Construction. Pioneer all sports star Louch stepping in, batting from the right side. King checks runner. Right down the middle for a King appears to have it going here. But this Pioneer team, they're going to hit. Louch, couple whirl of the bat. Where he steadies himself, ready. Go over to first base. Nice job getting back easily for Alexander. King a slow walk. Jack to run on first. Winds and deals. That one's just going to miss high 1-1. Arthur out to right field. The plate. His first time up. Check the runner up first. Good time from King. But Alexander, being the great athlete that he is able to dive back just in. Sophomore Alexander. I'll lead over at first. One to Louch. Louch towards center field. Is under. Quickly gets it in. So deep that it could have been a situation for Dane Alexander if Smith was a or anything like that, but he's able to get underneath it, make it in quickly. Kaden Arthur. Top of the third inning. 2. It's Jim into the scene here. You know it's a big bodies here. And at the plate is our the 3-hole play. King deals. Alex from Van Alstyne is going to be a little. That's being scoring position here with 2 outs for base out. Play to remember later, was able to drive him. King, second. And it's in the dirt. Great Tucker Van Alstyne keeping that in front of him. Counts of 1. Steps back in. There's 2 outs here. Top of the second base. Number 3 hitter at the moment here. It's the runner once again. Towards third. Not an easy. Long throw over to first. In time for the out. Great play from Easton Van Alstyne. Makes that long cleanly over to Brad Green. Due up for the Shepherd Blues. We're back to the top of the order with Tristan Fisher, Easton Van Alstyne, and Sam King. Back with more right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill timber and logs all Central and Northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, just like our student athletes, they bring it. If you need sand or gravel, they bring it to you with fast service and a great price. For all of your sand and gravel needs, call Central Michigan Sand and Gravel today at 989-382-7089. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, a proud supporter of our student athletes competing for their schools. Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning has been family-owned and serving Mid-Michigan since 1962. They're dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning is locally owned and supports our local community. For all of your heating and air conditioning needs, call Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning at 989-772-2881.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back into the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Lincoln Older back on for the Pirates and due up for the Blue Jays here in the inning. It's the top of the order. Tristan Fisher, Easton Van Alstyne, and Sam King. Good job on the mound so far for the Blue Jays. A pair of strikeouts through 3. He's got some good play behind him. In particular, 2 nice plays out in right field from Mr. Bryce Smith. Talk about that Bills custom fabrication of the game. I'm still going back to that catch from Smith in the first inning that if he doesn't bring that in, at least one run coming around. Here's Fisher, same time around and score after they walked, and it was a wild pitch to come in and score. Stop, saw batting from the right side on his Older. Winds and deals. A ball for Fisher on the pitch. Came in the second inning. The Jays to go 3-2 in the first. It's a great job. Leave. Fisher ready again. Right side. Big swing and a miss. Pulling the string on the time from Older. You'll hear me say pull the string, breaking ball, pitching expert. So you're going to blew that one by, pulled the string on that one, or took a little bit off of the guy. If they've got 3 pitches out there, I'm only going to be able to this ball to be out days when we have a big maybe in the playoffs. More into that one. One's going to miss a lot of the, but was low. 2 now. The missed. Fisher, Older, winds. 3-2 now. Man, again with the as you do not first base. Third for the side. Here comes the 3. Older. He ropes this one out to left field. This has got a chance to get to the wall. What a catch left field. Bringing it down. Play is Tustin. That is the second fly that could have been a lot of trouble. Talked a couple times. One from Bryce. This one a big catch out and the Pioneers. Anyway, there's going to be one out here. Top of the third. Or bottom of the third, pardon me. First pitch to Easton Van Alstyne is going to miss. 1-0 to the third baseman. That'll get down. Bases beat of Dane Alexander closing in. Single for Easton Van Alstyne. Sam King coming to the checks down to first base. Winds and deals. It's going to miss outside. So King here to make calls if he sends one to the gap with the speed of Van Alstyne at first. Tucker Van Alstyne. Ropes that one down left field line. It is going to foul that one. In trouble. 1-1. Again, King pitch batting from the against the righty Link. 2 here in the bottom of the third. 1-1. First base is East. He walked and here again. Update. Clare Pioneers now lead 6-0 on the field. 6-0 soft player with the lead. Back to baseball at Shepherd. 2-0. King baseline. It's foul once again. King walked his first time up. Was ultimately stranded at as Braddock grounded out to second to end the first inning. Back in was Arnold waving the bat right over home plate. Holder to throw. Runner goes. This one's fouled off. Good jump out there. Stein. And there was the hit and run. Swinging. The one. Holder checks the runner at first. Winds and deals. It's going to be on the outside. 3. I remember out there. Up to the plate. Runner at first base. 2. From Lincoln Old. This one's a roll. Shortstop for a there from Tucker. And he'll move his younger brother second base. And here comes Brian here for Smith. He's already made the biggest plays of the game out in right field. Inning. Pinch in for Van Alstyne at first base. So he for him. Smith. And from the right side. Again, out there in right field. First inning. Runners on first and second for the junior. Older. Out. Been in trouble with a couple runs. From Louch looks to get the lead runner at second. The easy play at second. And it's a ground out. It's a good hit from Bryce Smith, but you did it to the wrong guy. Ryan Louch was able to make We are number 4 with the Jays leading it 2-0. Chase Randall, Blake Starger, back with more football action right after this. Sports Network.
Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging 1950. Sawmill by standing all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, just like our student athletes, they bring it. If you need sand or gravel, they bring it to you with fast service and a great price. For all of your sand and gravel needs, call Central Michigan Sand and Gravel today at 989-382-089. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, a proud supporter of our competing for their schools. Mount Pleasant Heating and Conditioning has been family-owned and serving mid-Michigan since 1962. They're dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning is locally owned and supports our local community. For all of your heating and air conditioning needs, call Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning at 989-772-2881.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning. Cleanup hitter Chase Randall leading off this inning. He popped out to first base in inning number 1. Big righty steps in. Lefty King on the mound, ready to work. It's going to be inside. That's the location you want to throw to Randall, though. You don't want to let him extend, really get that powerful swing into anything. You want to stay on that inside location. Ready with the 1-0. Swinging that bat over his right shoulder. Going to miss low. 2-0 Randall. Randall got out there, but big lumbering number. There's a couple rides. I don't out there pitching probably. Very dangerous chase leading off the inning here in inning number 2-0. I scored 2 in the bottom. Since then, this one towards short. What a play from Fish. Dig that out. First, Braddock digs it out in time as well. Great play from Braddock Payne and Tristan Fisher to get the out. That's one of those plays in the old box score. It's just a ground out to the shortstop. But it was a tough one-hopper stretch short. And another tough dig over there from Braddock Payne. Comes Blake Science. First inning with a strikeout with runners second and third. It's a great pitching sequence there, though, from Mr. Sam King. Count was 2. There's also a couple foul balls for Science as well. This one will get out of play. Payne looking to make the play on the first baseline, but it'll go foul. He looks down at Coach Gould for the sign. Nobody on, 1 out, 1 strike here in the top of the 4th inning for the fielder. King ready to go off the backstop. Count now 2 to Science. And that first one missing. Player got a much better I do. Said best house brought to you by Outland Appliance. Definitely those umpires out there. One right behind, one down the baseline. This one's going to be hit hard in center field. Not an easy play out. Robinson, both giving chase. They barrel into each other a bit, but Robinson makes the catch. What a play out in center field as Cyan put a charge into that one, but Robinson able to track it down. That is the 3rd great play we've seen out in center field. Smith from Robinson, 1 down. Justin Yarger now stepping up to the plate. work. Now 2 outs here, top of the 4th. That one's going to get away from Van Alstyne. I think the first one to get away from him and have it happen with no base. Now, King feeling out there right now. It's only at 52 pitches. Right. I'm going to close out this 4th. And great here for the Jays, and it could go a long way deciding who could take home that Jack crown. It's almost crown. That wouldn't 2-0 the count. Popped it up. Flew out. That one's gonna hit. In a tough spot. Moment to check over on the softball dime. The Clare Pioneers lead ball action 7 over the Blue Jays. At the bottom. Coach Weiss has now with Coach Van. Making sure he is, as you heard me say, from Brady Robinson back up to bat. It's a lot, as I would be down on the ground behind the plate right now. But Van Alstyne, 2-1 the count. There's 2 out. The Blue Jays lead it 2-0. Dustin Yarger step. He's also made a nice play left field. Sure, would have been a double with the speed of Trey in left field. That's over for a strike to Sam. Now 2-2. King has got 1 punch. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs. A whole lot of 2s up there. Favorites from Beale City. Shout out to Mr. Mendel. This one's grounded towards short. Not an easy play. It's a slow roller. It's over. What a as they to Clare. You might not know about, but an arm short as he nabs the runner, and we are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. Shepherd remains in the lead 2-0. We'll keep our broadcast right here. Do up for the Blues. Brought to you by our friends. We'll say Clark Modular Home and Woods Household Appliance. Payne, Kaden, and Kaden Brown. Payne's time up, second base. Yuncker's front base. Brown's first time up. He popped it up space. Jay's making sure everybody worked for the Clare. Lincoln Older comes on. He has been solid. Hasn't given up anything since he came in the 2nd inning. 2-0 the score. Heading to the 4th inning. Braddock Payne ready to lead the Shepherd Blue Jays. Another run across for Clare in the top of the softball. 7-0 softball action. Clare leads it. Baseball field, the Blue Jays lead it 2-0. We'll be in Clare weekend. Possible softball action as they have their tournament going on and don't have as many teams coming out. Also, baseball 10-2. So I'm hoping around 4 o'clock, maybe a championship softball game with the Lady Pioneers. This is kind of the order we're going right now. We started with softball, did some baseball this past weekend as the Irish played at CMU versus Rudyard. And was back to softball this Monday. The Blue Jays and the Aggies back to ball. Pioneers and the Blue Jays. Here comes Brett in Payne. His first time up, all sports star for Shepherd. Doesn't matter what court you put him on, he's going to excel. First base, batting from the side. In, couple of the bat. On the mound, ready to go. 2-0 the score here as we start the bottom of the 4th inning. Winding and dealing. Is going to put a charge. Foul down the 3rd base. The dugout for the JV. Older with a slow walk down to the mound. Payne stepping back in, ready to go. Again, time allotted. These two teams will play a second game. Made the decision here in year one, the Mid-Michigan Sports Network, that we're just going to stick with doing one baseball game. If it worked out perfectly to get over a softball, we might do that as well. But also, all the equipment, running on battery power might not last either. So this is the one game I got for you today. 1 and 2. Again, I always watching me, Facebook today, I'll say, as well as YouTube, where we have everything archived that we've ever done. But if you've never heard of Game Changer app is a pretty nice way to go. Matter of fact, I've got it up right now on my phone to make sure I can tell where everybody is. Again, it tells me that Sion's out in right, Alexander's in center, Yarger is out in left, Mast at third, Louch at short, Harsh at second, Randall at first, Holder on the mound, Arthur behind the plate, and it's got Payne up to bat. You don't get to hear this guy talk, which I guess might be more of a reason to tune in there. But check out that Game Changer app if you want to keep up to date on what's going on with high school baseball, softball. Payne almost sending one over to the softball diamond. It'll actually go onto the netting above all the fans over there on the softball field. Steps back in, 1 and 2 remains the count. Older looking to get the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fourth. That curveball is going to stay high. 2 and 2 now the count. Great at bat for Payne here. This will be pitch number 7 that he will see. Older on the mound, looking at pitch 31 here. Parker Smith started the game. And I believe, Older starts the game. He might get tattooed a little bit as well, as the Jays came out ready to play. Nice play out of second base. It was a line drive, but nabbed by Porter Harsh. Great play at second base from Porter Harsh there to get the lead runner. If he doesn't catch that one, Payne could have sent that one all the way to the fence near the 210 state champion baseball here at Shepherd High School. Whew. Big time play out there at second base from Harsh. Here comes Kaden Yuncker, wearing number 7, batting in the DH spot, hitting from the right side for the Jays. Going to chop this one. Another play out there for Harsh. It's a tough one. Over in time for the out. So a line out to second. Now a ground out to second. Harsh getting some work in here in the fourth inning. Pardon me. Here comes left fielder Kaden Brown. Popped out to first base his first time up. Older settles back on the rubber, is ready to go. It's going to be popped up towards right field. Not an easy play, but gathering underneath it to make the catch and make it smoothly as Blake Sion. And so a 1, 2, 3 inning there for the Clare Pioneers. We are headed to inning number 5. The Blue Jays lead it 3-0. Due up for Shepherd, it's Brady Robinson. Then back to the top of the order with Tristan Fisher and Easton Van Alstyne. We'll take another break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network with more baseball action. Clare on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hey, Rowan, want to toss the
No thanks.
game of chess?
Maybe later.
Want me to teach you to ride a bike?
Papa, we did all that when I was little.
I guess you're right. Marbury-Law's kept me so busy, time has just flown by.
There is one thing, though. You got any cookies?
Thought you'd never ask.
Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes, working hard and showing pride for our community. For all of your real estate needs, go with Joe. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-817-1291.
Block Electric Company is a proud supporter of local schools and high school student athletes, learning skills in and out of the classroom to lead our communities tomorrow. Good luck to all student athletes from Block Electric, and go Aggies! Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Here we go, heading to inning number 5. Our score, Shepherd 2, Clare 0. And I doofed that up by saying due up was Fisher, Van Alstyne, and King. But no, Yeah, Clare's up to bat. It's Mast. It's Older. It's Harsh due up for the Pioneers. Matt Mast at the plate. Flew out to the pitcher his first time up. Well, those things start to look at Sam King on the mound. Just had 3 base runners out there. Have to add things up back again here. As I say that, it's hit towards center field for a base hit. Great piece of hitting there from Matt Mast. Hey, go back to the first inning. He had runners stranded on first and second. It was 1-2-3 in the second. He had Dane Alexander reaching and stealing in the third inning. Nobody. It was 1-2-3 in the fourth. Now here in the fifth, the leadoff man is on with Matt Mast. Here comes Lincoln Older to the plate. Struck out his first time up. King checks that runner at first. Older's looking to get down the bunt. It's going to go to the backstop. Nice location there from Sam King. He wants to make sure Older, he's going to get down the bunt. He's going to make it tough for him. Top 5, the Blue Jays lead it 2-0. They scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Since then, it has been scoreless. Lincoln Older, Sam King on the mound, doing fantastic and getting some great defense behind them. Check runner over it. First is Matt Matt. King to the mound. Older waiting for it on the right side. Wants to get down the pull it back. It's a strike. They look to get nice. Not in time though. Oh, the count to Older. Take the bunt away from him. Unless you're Coach Gould, you're very, very confident it down. You bunt foul with 2 strikes. Out of here. Braddock Payne on first. And King with that quick move. So lefty looking right over at you. Runner, Matt Matt. So it's going to be hit towards right field. Another tough play out there for Smith. He gathers underneath it to make the catch. Again, you might not have been able to see that one if you're watching, but another great play out there to right field for Bryce Smith. Here comes Porter Harsh. Top 5, 1-9 hitter coming up. But again, he's more like a guy with Dane Alexander away next circle with base via single ball plate. Top 5. Run around for Porter Harsh. Try and bunt this one in from third is tiny. Turn towards the dugout to try and make the play. And here still looking to measure that run here. The speed of Harsh, he definitely has a chance to bunt a single as well. Ready to wind and deal. Gets the sign. Not much of a thrower. I think King just wanted to reset himself on the mound. It's kind of a over to first base. Harsh back in. Count still 0-1. And it's top 5. Blue Jays lead it 2-0. Scored 2 in the first. It's been all defense since then. That one's going to be high, 1-1 the count. King down to the top of the hill. Harsh back in the box, ready to go as he's got the side of Coach Gould. King checks the runner. Here comes the 1-1. Tries to get the bend, break back into the zone. It'll stay 2-1 now to Porter. There's the swing of the bat. Back over at first. Back easily is Matt Mast. Matt Mast doing a great job jumping back to first. King's got a great move from the lefty side of the mound. Mast kind of knows it's going to come. That one's just going to blow 3-1. Now the Porter Harsh. And a big out right here if you are the Blue Jays. Dane Alexander, as I mentioned, he's reached base both times he's been up. If you're Clare, you'd love for him to come up with 2 runners on and only 1 out here in the 5th inning. King checks that run first. 1. Ball 4. Harsh base. Moving up to second base at Mast. And here comes Dane Alexander, who I've got him for 2 for 2 on the day. Box score probably 1 for 2. Really like the decision from Coach Weiss to head out to the mound here. I do not think we're going to see Sam King come out of this game. He has been fantastic through a third. Now runners at first and second. The first he's really dealt with a since going back to the first. He had 1 base runner in, but in inning number 2 and in 4, it was 3 up, 3 down for Shepherd. Field gathered together. Bring it up again. Saw the hidden ball yesterday. Falling for Clare has put up, and they now lead it 9-0 over. As they check back on the and softball play. Very young squad. Actually 8-0 as the Shepherd got the final out of the inning. Alexander stepping in. Biggest move of the ball game here, sending number 1. 1 out, runners on first and second for the leadoff man, Alexander. King ready to go after the meeting of the minds on the mound. Alexander shows bunt once again. King will miss outside. And Alexander's 2 for 2 on the day. You think about a bunt, take the bat out of his hands, but behind him, you've got Ryan Louch and Jay. For each one of those guys, an opportunity to drive second and third. 1 down the first baseline and 1 the count. Big moment of this ball game right here. On first and second in the top of the 5th inning. Is it 5 to and second as King umpire and take slow walk to the mound. Alex digging back in. Count 1-1. King wide. That's going to be high. 2-1 now the count. If you're Sam right here, you do not coming up and just Payne not holding the runner on first. Swing and a miss there. Excellent pitch from Sam King. 2-2 now. Runner at second. Mast. Runner Harsh. He is the tying run. On the mound. The plate is out. Top of the 5th inning. The Jays lead it 2-0. Swing and a miss. Big time strikeout from Sam King. When you think about the Bills' custom fabrication of the game, that is right up to the time moment for King as he gets the punch with 2 runners on. But watch out. Things stay dangerous as Ryan Louch comes to the plate. Louch a threat to take it yard to any part of the park here. One of the best high school baseball players in the state of at the plate. It's off. Louch steps. Ryan Louch, the all-sports star for the Pioneers, steps back in. Winds and deals. It's going to be on the outside corner for strike 1. Louch digs back in. It's 2-0. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Shepherd with the lead. Pair of runners on. Pioneers. That one's going to miss high. 1-1. Ryan Louch at the plate. Jaden Arthur behind him. You got Clare. If you're getting King, Mike. He's thrown 73, 70 for the Jays. That's 2-1. Ouch. Going from third base to base. Over. Great job by the last. Good communication between pitcher and first baseman. Big lead out there. Mast. This the count to 2. All drama right here on the base. Shepard 2-0. We're in the top of the 5th inning. There is 2 runners on for Ryan Lauch. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Number 5 steps back in. King's going to step off. Wants to rethink things for a moment. Runner. It's another from Bryce Smith. This one a little bit more guard, but not an easy play. The pressure. So Clare leaves 2 runners on in the first, and now in the 5th. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Due up for the Blue Jays. It'll be Kaden Robinson back. Fisher, or Easton, Tristan Fisher, and Easton. All styling those 2 would mind if I goof. Back with more right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports.
Where homemade favorites come to life every day for breakfast and lunch. From fluffy pancakes to savory sandwiches, the diner has your cravings covered. Discover the perfect blend of comfort food and camaraderie at the diner. Join them every Friday night till 7 for their famous fish fry. The diner on North Mission, Mount Pleasant.
Jenna Gates
and Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces.
From our family, you can call it 989-72-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Bryce Updegraff with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. Thanks to coaches and officials who put in the time to help student athletes achieve their dreams and goals. For all of your real estate needs, the Bryce is right with Bryce Updegraff. With Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. 989-620-6595.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Shout out to Wyatt LeClaire coming up saying what's up to me. Track and field, cross country coach here for the Blue Jays. Brady Robinson, his only time up so far. It's the bottom of the 5th. Our score, Clare 0. So Clare, your final. Have 3 due up in the top. And Lincoln Older on the mound has been solid since he came to the game. Parker Smith started the game. Up a couple walks, which runs to come in at first. Older came to that and has been solid. He's going to miss the low here in the bottom of the count. 2-0 to Brady Robinson. Fielder for the Jays. That one's also 3-0. Robinson. 9-hitter. You do come back. Sophomore center field. Shepard. Here comes a 3-0. Taken all the way that time. Was Robinson. Count 3-1. She'll have another update. 3-1 is going to be baseline full. Nice job battling by Lincoln Old. 8-0 lead heading to the top of around the soft. Clare in control, and Shepherd girls only down to 10, but Clare top teams in the state in Division III. Robinson will call the walk there after he runs the count full. Tristan Fisher speed with the speed, and I'll almost be surprised here if we don't see Fisher show bunt at least. Fisher single came around to score. Pitch in the first inning. Flew out to the field in the third. Here comes his third opportunity. Check of the runner. First base. Cody Bullard's got him on track. Robinson diving back quickly. Bottom 5, 2-0 the score. Nobody out. Base for Shepherd at leadoff man Tristan Fisher. Lincoln Older on the mound has only given up for the Pioneers since in inning number 2. One is going to miss to Fisher. Smith winds, deals, up, real easy play. Randall coming in from first base to make a catch. He's able to do so. Big time out there from Pioneer defense. Here comes Easton Van Alstyne. Walked and scored in the first inning. He stumbled and was stranded in the third. So sophomore, third base. Technically 1 for 1 on the day with a run scored. And he's also a threat to here. Doesn't necessarily have the still very fast, but this one's going to be hit. Tough play at second. They look to get the lead runner. He's safe. Safe at first. Van Alstyne. And I'm going to a single here. What happened there is it just popped right off the grass. It was so high that by the time Porter Harsh got it, there was really nowhere to go with the baseball. So he tried getting that lead runner at second. Louch was there from the shortstop position to apply the force out, but sliding in safely was Brady Robinson. Now here comes Sam. Moment here. Hope this one towards third. Makes the catch, and he's going to tag out the runner for the double play. The rare 6. That's it, double play. What a job from Ryan Louch to double it up as you talk about the Bills custom fabrication of the game. Louch got to have it right now with the unassisted double play. That is why he is probably going to be playing, well, if it ain't college baseball, it's going to be college football somewhere. What a play to end the inning. 2 runners left on in the 5th for the Blue Jays as Sam King hit it as hard as you wanted it to, but right at Louch, he was able to make the catch fast enough to be able to tag up Robinson as well. And I don't even want to blame Robinson. It wasn't bad base running. It was just a line shot. It took a couple steps. Arthur caught it and was able to take a couple steps and make the tag. We are headed to the 6th inning. Our score, the Blue Jays 2, the Pioneers 0. You don't see a whole lot of baseball games like this where there's a whole lot of zeros on that scoreboard. Very hard to throw strikes. Very hard to play defense in high school baseball. What a gem we have got going right now. And in particular with Sam King on the mound. Pioneers had 2 base runners in the first that were stranded. No base runners in the second. 1 who was stranded in the third. It was 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. Then he had 2 more stranded in that 5th inning. It's 3, 4, 5 due up for the Pioneers. It's Arthur. It's Randall. It's Blake Syon. They are a combined 0 for 6 on the day. They got to get something going here against the lefty Sam King. Again, these aren't lineups where you run into holes at 7, 8, 9 like you do with some other baseball teams around the area. But if you're Clare, I feel like you got to get something going here. And we do have a pitcher going out warm up for the Blue Jays. Looks like Yuncker's going to be warming up. Possibly coming to the game for Sam King if they need him, who's at pitch number 77 now, I believe. He's going to miss on the first and second pitch here to Jaden Arthur to start inning number 6. Say more love going out to our friends. J&J Auto, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, Conwinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, E&S Graphics, and G&S Mechanical. And that Weber Brothers Sawmill timber of the game. I haven't really brought that up a whole lot in baseball. Should have brought it up some more in softball with the home runs that we had this past Monday. I'm waiting for somebody to be that Weber Brothers Sawmill timber of the game here. Somebody to put a drive into one. But it's been 2 manufactured runs going back to the first inning for the Blue Jays that still have them in the lead. It's 2-0 And a great job by Sam King. He was down on the count to Arthur. 2-0. It is now 2-2 as we look for pitch number 5 of the at-bat. He's going to hit this one hard towards right field. Again, Bryce Smith doesn't seem to be the guy you want to hit it to as he continues to make every play out there in right field. And very rarely will my Zaid Batchelder baller of the game, brought to you by our friends at Weefrich Financial, be somebody just out in the field. But Smith has had, I think, the biggest play of the game, Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game, until that double play from Louch and the catch he made in the first inning. If he doesn't make that catch in the first, Clare's got at least one run here. Randall's going to send this one in between first and second base for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting there from Chase Randall as he gets on base for Blake Sion. 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Shepard leads it 2-0. Tying run now at the plate for the Pioneers as Randall singles. More runs coming in for Clare softball as they are in control over the Blue Jays. Clare softball is up 10-0 now in the top of the 5th inning. Slide back here to the baseball field. King checking that runner at first. Back in time is Randall. Science steps back in. He struck out to end the first inning, flew out to center field in the 4th. That's going to hit the outside corner. 0-1 the count. So more love going to our friends. Bryce Updegraff and Joe Wentworth. Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. Pure Plumbing, hanging by a thread. Isabella Bank, Bryant Family Farms. All Seasons Fireworks. The Diner, Block Electric, Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, JJ Painting and Martinez Lawn Care. Along with our friends, Isabella Community Sportsplex, Barry Funeral Home, Mid-Michigan Industries, Boomer's Lawn Care, Doozy's Ice Cream Place, and Rick's Food Center. Along with our Clare Pioneer Gear headquarters, almost up north, and Stitches for Britches. Here comes the 0-1. It's going to be hit towards right field. Again, it's Bryce Smith out there with the play. Yeah, I think if you ask Sam King who his MVP of the game is, he'd probably say it's Smith out there in right field. But again, you think about that Zaid Batchelder baller of the game. If you hold this Pioneer team to 0s through 6, yeah, you're going to have your name penned in unless something crazy happens in inning number 7. King is at pitch number 84. Again, it's Kaden Yuncker warming up down the first baseline for the Jays if he is needed. Big swing and a miss for Tustin Yarger. In the 2nd, he flew out to center field. In the 4th, he grounded out to short. And the runner will take second base. Randall with the steal there. We've actually got the national anthem rolling behind me. The softball's ready to start their 2nd game. Guess I suppose at least take the hat off. Comes the 0-1 from King. Now the runner on second base. That'll miss 1-1. Yager digs back in. Now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Big moment here. That one's going to bounce away. That'll allow Randall to move up to third base. Great base running here from Chase Randall. Here comes the 2-1 from King. Just going to miss inside. 3-1 now the count. On deck is Matt Mast, who flew out, popped out to the pitcher, and singled his last time up in the 5th. 2 outs, 3-1 the count. Shepard leads it 2-0. Here in the top of the 6th inning. That's just going to miss. It'll be a walk for Yarger. So now runners on the corners. If Mast could send one to the gap here, he could tie this ball game. Here we go. 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Runners at the corners for the third baseman, Matt Mast. This inning started with a fly out to right field from Jaden Arthur. Randall singled and was able to move up to third on a stolen base. And a pitch that got away, and then there's a walk from Tustin Yarger. Here comes Mast after another fly out to right field. Looking to take second base out there. Quick throw from Van Alstyne in safely as the runner. They don't try and send the man home, as I'm used to seeing with Brad Antcliffe in Beale City, but now they have both runners in scoring position for Matt Mast. No longer needs to hit one to the gap. He just needs to get one to the grass, and he should be able to score 2 with the speed of Yarger at second base. Great location from Sam King. Mast down in the count 0-2. Mast steps back in. Got to be careful just to stay alive here. Anything close, you got to try and at least foul it off if you're Mast. King steps off the rubber. Ready to redo it. He's at pitch number 91. I believe it's 105 he can go to, and then he'll be able to finish with that batter. Then he'll have to take a seat. That's why they've got Yuncker warming up. King ready with the 0-2. It's going to be low. 1-2 now the count to Matt Mast. Runners at second and third. Tying run at second base for Matt Mast at the plate. It's 2-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. The Blue Jays lead Clare. Say we are early in the season, but this game will go a long, long way in deciding who wins that Jack Pine Baseball Conference crown at the end of May. King knows how big this pitch is. Make sure he has the sign. Checks that runner at second base. He winds. He deals. Just going to miss. 2-2 now the count. Good location there from Mast. Just didn't get the call. It looks like it's still 12-0. Maybe it was a national anthem over at the football field for some track and field action that we heard moments ago. Here comes the 2-2. Line towards short. Play is made by Tristan Fisher. Great play from Fisher. So it's a fly out to shortstop, and 2 runners left on in the 5th. 2 runners left on in the 6th for the Pioneers. Great defense from the Blue Jays gets it done. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Shepherd leads it 2-0. Due up for the Blue Jays is going to be Tucker Van Alstyne, Bryce Smith, and Mr. Braddock Payne. What a ball game this has been. 2-0 the score. Clare is down to their final 3 outs. Shepherd with an opportunity to try and pad their lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Jays. Van Alstyne on the day is technically 1 for 1 with an RBI. So he had a sacrifice RBI in the 1st inning. He singled and was stranded in the 3rd. Bryce Smith popped up to the shortstop in the 1st inning and grounded out to the shortstop in the 3rd inning. Braddock Payne behind them is grounded out to second and lined out to second. And Older remains on the mound for the Pioneers. Boy, he's been fantastic. Came in down 2-0 in the 2nd inning, and it's been all zeros for the Blue Jays since then. Last inning, they did leave 2 runners on base as Robinson was stranded at 3rd and Van Alstyne was stranded at 1st after there was an unbelievable double play out there from all sports star shortstop Ryan Laux from the Pioneers. 2-0 the count. More love going out to our friends. Schaefer's Bait and Sporting Goods, Gross Farms, Brad Gross Electric, Bogwai Bang Gun Bradley, WW Construction, the Fisher Companies, along with Kenneth Egger DDS, and our friends at Barberry Law, Gates Drilling and Service, Bill's Custom Fab, the Bird All-American Grill, Clark Modular Homes, Weefrich Financial, and Woods Household. That Weefrich Financial baller of the game. Right now, it's Sam King with an assist from my main man, Bryce Smith. He's made so many plays out there in right field. But King, what a job he's done dealing on the mound. We'll see if he comes out in the 7th inning. He's got about 12 pitches left, I believe, before he's going to have to be replaced. Tucker Van Alstyne's going to foul off the first. Alstyne on the plate for the Jays. He's 1 for 1. RBI in the third. Is going to stay high. I think some of the faithful the bench saying when that slow bender is kind of back, you got 1-1 the count to the catch. That one is to turn away from that one. 2-1 the count. Older deals. This one's hit high and far, but not the correct way, as it'll go towards the JV field here. Count is now 2-2. The cleanup hitter for Shepherd plays behind the plate. Van Al steps back in. 2-2. Alstein's going to foul. Bryce Smith on deck. Braddock Payne behind him. Feel like you got to get the 1-2 here. As you trail 2 here in the bottom of the on your final 3. And that plunk over still not for us. Holy moly. Older with a 12 to 15 on that. Here comes the 3-2. Therefore, big time punch. It was Bryce Smith for 2 on the day. Again, Smith rounded out to short. If I just want to count it up. First, second. This one's going to be field. It's going to get down. This is for Bryce. Come into second. Get up double. Was going to count all the plays he's made in the field. He makes a at the plate with the and with King has been. If you can get run here, if you're oh boy, you're going to feel pretty good. What a play from Bryce Smith. Really, really difficult play for Yarger out there in left field trying to track it with the wind. It hit just a couple shy of the fence out there in the 3 mark. Smythe. Second with a gets him. Get bat. Our score the lead. We're in the bottom of the. We've got to run. Smith Payne reach. This one foul third baseline. Behind on the count 0-2. And if you're older, you probably want to waste a pitch or two here with the power hitting Payne at the plate and that runner at second base. So that breaking ball you have that you probably want to try and throw times here to Payne. It's going to be foul. It's probably going to be off ball, but they're off the field right now. And the game ended via with the Pioneers' victory. Can't remember 0-2 to big right. Away from the your Payne, you just need to charge the speed of Bryce to come in and score. 1-2 is the plate. Away to come in and Braddock Payne. 1-2. 6 of the at Payne. Comes up. Older. The mound. At the plate. 1-2. It will be a sacrifice as comes in to score. 3-0 and a big insurance there. The sixth inning, at 3-0. Yuncker side of the plate. He's over, and Yuncker is warming up, bring the top half to come out and finish this one. But Yuncker ready if they need him. First pitch is going to miss inside. One starts to blow. Starts to blow. Shepard. Going to foul this one on and 1 the count. The Yuncker. It's the DH. Second base being played by Michael. Out there for the Jays. Count. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be low and outside. Lincoln Older. Mound for 2-0. At 4 scoreless innings before manufactured run here. Nice play. Ryan Louch at short. Time for the out to Randall. So here we go. To the top of the sixth inning. The last opportunity for the Pioneers, and they are going to run per out. Going to have Lincoln Porter to the top of the order with Dane Alexander for the Pioneers. We'll keep our broadcast right here. More love going out to coming to you live from the Barbary Law Studio. Konwinski Gates Drilling and Service. What's going on? Maybe we'll have some time if we are able to get the broadcast in. Friends, Gates Drilling, Bob and Bird All-American Grill, sponsor post game. You'll ever find this game in All-American. Today have been brought to you by Clark Modular Homes. Clare victorious on the ball field in game 1. Shepard looking to be a victor in game number. Financial baller of the game. Sam King is now out of the game. Yuncker coming in to pitch for. But what a performance from Sam King, who's move over to first base. Batchelder baller of the game brought to you by our friends at Weefrich Financial. Well, I guess it wasn't a shutout, but you throw 6 innings against this Clare. Sam King, you are going to be a Batchelder ball game. But our Weber Brothers Sawmill Smith made some great plays out in left field, and then had the hit ball of the game as he roped that one out to left field for a double and was able to come around and score in that 6th inning. So he was able to move up to third base on a ball that squirted away from the catcher. Then Braddock Payne was able to bring him in with the sacrifice RBI. Our score, 3-0. 7th inning. Hitter coming. Pioneers. Hit Lincoln Old situation. Big moment here for Cole Drake. See what he can do at the plate out there. And Kaden, if he can close this 3 outs of the ball for Blue Jays. Ready to go. Showing ball. It's going to be a break. Could see Older back on the mound. Be a pinch hit here. Top of the 3 outs for the Pioneers. With that one, 1-1 now the count. Alstein work. That one's going to miss outside. 2-1 now the count. And King was at 86, 90. Probably could back out there here in the 7th. Could still pop in if you're Coach Weiss. One's going to be hit hard toward. Not an easy break. Fisher's going to buy it a little single. Again, that was a play. The win. But if exactly what old Drake gets out. Here comes Porter Harsh. And Louch, one of the day, called all is hitting you, but you love runners on here if you're the Pioneer. Get down the beautiful button. It is in time. Big from the, but it will move up that runner. But not a sacrifice. It's not really a. You want the. We are now back to the order on space. Alexander and Louch that will be due up for Clare. If they both, Jaden Arthur could play. I already saw him game-winning hit, walk-off, yellow. Has ready to go. It's going to be on the outside corner. Dane Alexander. I've got him 2 for 3. Got him 1 for got his last time up. Checks that. Heels. Look side corner. He's 1-1. 7th inning. Got to get across. Well, Jays will cross here. Have to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yuncker checks the runner at second. Lines and deals. Fouled down the baseline. And Louch on hard to all tying run. Mitch Weiss. Young and 2. Big miss. It's a punt. Yuncker. Now final but it's the guys you 3-4. Here comes Louch. I had a feeling Louch, he is going to be a very tough final out here. Yuncker checks the runner, winds and deals. That's going to miss low and away, 1-0. Yuncker taking his time. Out right. With the 1-0. Bounce in there. 2. Really good job. Van Alstein. Think about that. Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game, brought to you by our friends at We Financial. Being our 6th shutout and Blue Jays against this really potent Clare offense. They've got some great behind him in particular. Probably 6 from right field and Bryce. And a few of them that were not easy. That one's just going to break back over the zone. 2-1 now the count to Ryan Louch. Out a baller of the game. Sam King penciled in. An assist to Bryce. Our Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber. Unless we see Pioneers in the 7th. Short, not an easy play for Fisher. He's able to knock it down. Looks to get the throw in. And he will. From Tristan Fisher to get the out of the ball. And Shepard it 0. Game they'll go. Who wins? Conference. We're going to take the Bird All-American Grill post-game show right after this on the Mid Network.
GNS Mechanical in Wademan offers service and installation on everything for your home and business. From a simple filter replacement to furnace, service, and install, geothermal, and walk-in coolers and freezers. If you have a need, GNS Mechanical has a solution. Learn more at gnsmechanical.com or call 989-644-2106.
Pure sportsmanship is the most important thing in high school sports. When it comes to your home or business, Pure Plumbing just might be the most important thing. If your plumbing isn't Pure, Don't worry, no one needs to see the other angle. For Pier Plumbing, call 989-644-8928 or visit mipierplumbing.com. Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher Day or give them a call at 989-317-8582.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back inside our Barberry Law Studios one more time here on this beautiful Thursday. We'll have some more baseball action for you coming this Saturday. Again, I'll be in Clare. Clare's got a couple little tournaments and a round robin going on with baseball. Plan is to hopefully call that softball championship game. But our final here in this one, 3-0. It's best to Clare. Fantastic performance. Had a couple runners on the first player, but then 2, 3, 4, 5. There just was not a whole lot happening. The runner reached all of that time as well. Close it out. Our Zayd of the game, main man and down the for 6 innings, but an assist will say the Mumford Oil and Gas Supply assist, who had 6 in right field. 6 assisted plays, put outs for first base a lot of times in a game, outs to right field, and in particular, that first inning, Nag one run. Clare Pioneers as he had a reaching, and Arthur blasted field on his horse and track it down the fabrication of the well, and also out to Ryan Lauch, who had assisted play. 3-0 our final. The show. Best of Clare Pioneers. Chris Bob signing football action coming. We'll be back in complete for some football action. Sign off. Work until Saturday. Congrats.